I was scrolling through the Crunchyroll comments for today's episode, and this one kind of got me dying. Ayo, what's up guys, it's your boy Q here, back again with another video, and today we are going to be talking about ReZero Season 2, Episode 2. What a great episode it was. Never ever have doubts when going into a ReZero episode, but we start off this episode with Emilia and Subaru departing from Crush, and I feel like they gotta kind of get used to the way she's acting like right now, because when she goes to like give them a handshake and stuff, both Emilia and Subaru hesitate a little bit. I don't get the context behind that, but I'm pretty sure they're just not used to her doing something like that. And then we have the carriage ride on the way back home to the mansion. We have a little Subaru and Emilia moment. I don't know if you could actually call it that, but I'll take any moments that we have with Emilia, because if you guys don't already know, I'm a big Emilia fan. But their conversation consisted of them talking about Rem and how important she was to Subaru, and Emilia is kind of jealous, I think, when mentioning how Rem is important to him, and Emilia thinks it's kind of selfish for him to think that way, maybe because she wants to be the the most important girl out of everyone. But there's that, and she also discusses how she's participating in the world selection for her own selfish reasons as well. She hasn't gone into the details of that, but I'm pretty sure it's probably wanting other people to accept her the way she is, since she's a half elf and looks like the witch Satella. It may have some sort of reason to do with that, and it may also have other reasons as well that she hasn't explained yet. But since she's been discriminated against and looked down upon because of how she looks physically, I feel like that's part of the reason why she also wants to join the royal selection. And can we just mention how cute Emilia is? Like, her voice actor, I love her so much. She really fits the voice of Emilia so well. I just love her. So when they get back to the mansion, they meet a new man, and dang bro, like, she got the biggest toddlers I've ever seen in ReZero, and her name is Frederica Baumann. My bad if I'm butchering that, but we got a brand new maid up in the mansion, up in the Rose Wild house, and she looks okay to me. Don't really dig those shark teeth, but she seems to have some pretty significant role in this season. She seems to know a lot of stuff that Subaru wants to know, and the reason that she is back is because Rem has been having a hard time maintaining the mansion, and that's for very obvious reasons. No one remembers who Rem is, and Rem is in a coma, so there's no way that she can help Rem out in the mansion. So basically it went from being a two-person job to a one-person job, and Rem had to go out there and recruit some of her older apprentices back from her past. And now we are getting into the most interesting part of the episode. It was when Subaru and Betty are both having to talk in the library, and Subaru brings out the gospel, and Betty is kind of all like, oh, where did you get that from? Like, how did you get it? And Subaru explains to her that the way he got it was by killing a member of the witch's cult, Beetlejuice. And that really interested me, because as soon as he mentioned that, Betty's mood completely changed. And I don't know what her relationship to Beetlejuice is, but it looks like that she and him were probably very close, or they've at least known each other throughout their life, because she said, then you've left me behind too, I suppose, Juice. So the way she says that, like, she says Juice instead of Beetlejuice, like she has like a little nickname for him and everything. It seems to me that Betty and Beetlejuice had some sort of connection, and she wasn't pretty happy to hear Subaru talk about killing him. And the emotions that spoke out as soon as that happened kind of hit me as well too, because she tells Subaru that I'm not a tool, I'm not just a convenience for you, because it feels like to me that whenever Subaru does talk to Betty, it's because he needs something, or he needs to figure out some information or something like that. So yeah, there's some truth to that, because yeah, I feel like Subaru does need to be kind of more casual with Betty, maybe, and maybe not just go there whenever he does need help with something, because that looks to be true. Like, after she said that, I was like, whoa, actually Subaru does only talk to Betty whenever he needs something. He never talks to her just to, hang around and stuff. They also talk about Rosewall's whereabouts and where he could be at, and Subaru also has a lot of questions that need to be answered. But Betty tells him that all of his questions will be answered at the sanctuary. But when Subaru goes to ask her where the sanctuary is at, her emotions flare up, and yeah, that's where it leads to him getting kicked out of the library. But yeah, then Subaru talks to Frederica, and Frederica gives him a little bit more information on the sanctuary, but since it's against Rosewall's wishes for the sanctuary to be mentioned and explained to someone upon, she wants a little bit more time before telling Subaru how to get there. But it was a pretty cute scene before that, when Frederica was discussing about how Emilia was just talking about Subaru and how reliable he is. It was a very cute scene. like to see Emilia blush from time to time. She actually blushes a lot now that I think about it. But whenever it comes to Subaru and getting kind of flustered when someone brings them up, or if she says something to someone and you know that person isn't supposed to mention it to Subaru, but then they do, and then she gets flustered. I just like to see stuff like that. But yeah, then we also have another new member of the maid family. Petra has also joined the likes of Rem and Frederica in the helping of Rosewater's mansion. Before departing off to the sanctuary, Frederica gives Emilia a necklace to help them get through the forest, and she also tells Emilia and Subaru to look out for a guy named Gabriel. Wonder what that guy's importance is going to be later on in the story, but we then come to see that the whole thing of Emilia and Subaru going off to the sanctuary was all planned by Rosewall. Frederica was holding a letter by Rosewall, probably explaining to her what to do and how to get Emilia going to the sanctuary. And I don't know what that is for yet, but it seems to have a lot more to do with Emilia than Subaru. Emilia might have to do a few things in the sanctuary in order to get herself ready for the world selection, or maybe to like face off against her inner demons or something. The sanctuary is going to be the place for Emilia to finally put all of her troubles to the past. And that is probably also the reason why Puck hasn't been showing up lately. This is probably something that Emilia has to handle herself without the help of Puck. And that's why last episode I think I mentioned to you guys how when Puck told Subaru to take care of Emilia, I thought that meant that Emilia was going to be getting into some sort of danger. And it looks like the sanctuary is going to be that danger. So it's going to be Subaru's job to kind of help keep Emilia safe. Puck is not going to be there anymore to help Emilia through her journey through the sanctuary. And I'm very excited to see where the sanctuary takes us, because that thing starts to glow up as soon as they get into the forest. Necklace started to glow, and then Emilia passed out. Subaru also got transported to some different part of the forest, no longer in the carriage. And then we get introduced to some half-elf, I think, in pink hair. Really excited to see who that character is. We're getting a lot of new characters showing up this episode, which is exciting. Then we have Subaru entering some sort of tomb, and all of a sudden through the darkness it fades away into light, and he meets the Witch of Greed Echidna. Wow. Her voice actor is actually pretty dope. I kind of like her voice. So yeah, that was episode 2 of ReZero. We also got the opening playing this episode, and I kind of want to talk about that a little bit too. We have Subaru's parents show up. We also have all of the past lives that Subaru has been into. If you guys want me to get more in depth into this opening, I can make another video on that if you guys are really interested in that. But the opening is pretty fire. Like, holy crap, that opening is pretty fire. And yeah, that was ReZero episode 2. We had a lot of Subaru and Emilia moments. Can never go wrong with those. Sorry if you guys are Rem fans, but it looks like Rem is going to be taking more of a back seat this season because of how Emilia focused it seems to be this season. Like, this was a lot more focused on Emilia than it ever has been in season 1. And I'm so happy to see that, because I love Emilia, and I can't wait to see her shine this season. We also got a bit into Betty and her past. We still don't know the connection between her and Beetlejuice, but it seems to me that Betty and Beetlejuice had a pretty close relationship maybe, or at least they were friends in some sort of way. And she wasn't happy to hear how Subaru said that like he murdered him. Then we also got the introduction of Frederica and Petra joining the maid forces. So yeah, going into the next episode, I just really want to know what the sanctuary is all about. What are Subaru and Emilia really going to be doing at the sanctuary? And how does it fit into everything in the story? Like, what exactly did Puck mean when he told Subaru to protect Emilia? Because how dangerous can the sanctuary actually be? We'll find that out. But yeah, guys, really enjoyable. Always love having ReZero. I'm glad ReZero is back. Every Thursday is basically a holiday. Let me know your guys' opinions on season 2 episode 2 of ReZero. Would like to know your guys' thoughts when watching this episode. What did you guys think stood out to you the most? What do you guys think the sanctuary will be about? That will be it for today's video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hit that bell notification so you guys know when I upload a new video. Also, make sure to follow me on all of my social medias. Twitter would be the most ideal. All the links will be in the description down below. And as you guys already know, it's been your boy Kyo, signing off, and peace.